setting the building free now.
The Salt Lake Temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, sacred to millions, iconic to the world, has achieved a modern engineering marvel beneath its hallowed halls.
This is a milestone moment for this whole project.
It's the finish line for the most ambitious seismic retrofit in Utah history.
The main purpose of us starting this project in the first place was to protect the temple from the earthquake with base isolation system.
A concept that started with a napkin drawing.
My partner Mason did have an inspiration and sketched something and said, let's keep this, we're going to need it in the future.
That drawing sparked a colossal collaborative effort spanning 2 decades of planning and 6.5 years of construction, culminating with the removal of these steel plates.
Taking these plates off, we can kind of feel that relief that we've accomplished what was designed or set out to accomplish decades ago.
The plates kept these base isolators stabilized during installation and the weight transfer of the temple. Final restraints now loosed on a seismic upgrade system that will let this sacred structure ride out earthquakes with minimal damage.
1,568 of these things are what held the temple isolation system together through construction. This is the last piece. Remove all of these. The temple is set free to move now during an earthquake, so a big deal for us.
At the heart of the upgrade, 98 base isolators, each weighing 18,000 pounds, 20 feet below ground.
They're designed as frictionless bearings with intricate sliding interfaces.
They allow the ground to move up to 5 feet in any direction if the earth shakes. Technology that simply didn't exist when the project was first conceived.
It would not have been possible to achieve what we achieved here back then. The triple pendulum isolator hadn't been invented yet.
But this wasn't just about technology. It was about determination, on-the-job problem solving, and gritty, hard work.
When we were excavating this and we were hauling the rocks out in little buckets and we were actually doing mine operations.
The jack and bore system, placing these large pipes under the original 170-year-old temple foundation without disturbing a single stone, made possible by hand digging. Progress was slow, only inches at a time, before the hydraulic jacks pushed the pipes into place. A unique use of an existing process.
It was looking at a different way to support the temple on its existing foundation. And the jack and bore came about so that we actually went underneath the existing foundation.
The pipes were reinforced with rebar and concrete to bear the weight of the nearly 200 million pound temple.
Rip out the earth from underneath it, put a new foundation with nothing else moving. It's a really tall ask, and the only way to do that is if everybody's on the same page and connected to the overall purpose of the project.
Other innovations included drilling for and installing post-tension cables and rods, and building new transfer girders and footings to provide a structural rigidity to the historic temple.
The system is unlike anywhere else in the world. We've reinforced the temple inside and on top to allow these forces to compress the temple in a way that if the temple were to receive any movement, very, very minimal, if no damage, will occur in the event of a seismic earthquake.
For many, this was more than a job. It was a calling, a chance to protect a sacred space to millions and to pass on its legacy.
One of the things that I'll always cherish from this job site is a renewed perspective about the tough things in life. When I go and face other challenges outside, I approach them in a different light. I think of it as a challenge to overcome rather than a hindrance to my ability to accomplish something.
That's what I'll remember. Just the blood, sweat, and tears of digging out from underneath the temple to create this space for the seismic piece to work properly.
Today is a monumental day. I've been working on this project for more than 20 years in terms of base isolation. After today, it is ready for when the next earthquake happens.
After thousands of hours of design and labor, the plates are off. A new chapter begins, one anchored by faith, ingenuity, and the dedication of those who built, renovated, and now protect this revered landmark for generations to come.
We're not done with the project. There's still a lot to do, but we are done with the seismic part of the project, which is a huge milestone. It's the biggest milestone on the project by far.